So this will be our playground for the next 10 days or so. We're doing another paragliding course here. It's been already more than 1 year that we took the course in Turkey in Olodeniz. So we're ready for another course to improve our skills, and hopefully by the end of the course we're allowed to fly on our own. Nice, huh?
I am Celine, and this is Benjamin. We are traveling the world with our Toyota Land Cruiser. After completing the first leg of our journey through Europe and the Middle East, the next chapter is Africa. We're joined by 2 other students who get to do their very first flight of this little dune before we take it higher. Wilderness offers multiple paragliding spots, but this one, called Map of Africa, might just be my favorite. It earns its name from the meandering river below, creating a land formation that resembles the shape of the African continent. In flight you can't actually see it. It's the stunning coastline that steals the show.
Who's excited? We did some ground handling, we did a few short flights from a sand dune, and now we're gonna go for the big work. Soon we're gonna fly from here. Really nice view, lots of paragliders here. A little bit stressful to have all these people here, but we will make it work.
But first we need to get in the air. For me, launching is the most difficult part of paragliding, and we rep for a week of trial and error.
Not the best start. Second attempt. Whew. Seems like difficult conditions. Third attempt. This one will be a good one. Yes, this one will be it.
Narrow escape or not, he's flying. The landing zone at Map of Africa is pretty epic too, if you can dodge the beachgoers.
That was a beautiful but intense day. I'm tired. For the next 2 weeks we're checking in a little studio, so we're now checking it out. Of course there is a braai. Something good. So kitchen, bedroom in one, and then probably there's a bathroom over there. Alright, looks nice and cozy. Great, let's call this a home. Today is a windy day. We did some theory and then some ground handling on the beach, but I have not a good feeling about it. I really felt like I wasn't in control. Like the glider, the parachute was just doing what he wanted with me. Although the instructor said I was doing okay, I can't help the feeling that I have. Because from a distance sometimes it might seem you're in control, but for me that seemed like just luck. But when the wind was picking up and the glider was going in all directions, I really couldn't control it. So then for me it doesn't feel like I'm doing well. But luckily sounds maybe weird, but the flying is actually easier than the ground handling. So we will do that now because there's a lot of wind. The men first have to test, because if there's too much wind, because I'm the lightest of the group, and I might not be able to fly today. We will see.
And there goes Benjamin. Another flying area is called Sedgeview, just inland from Sedgefield.
That's Benjamin landing over there. And I just landed here. We're on day 4 of our training. We did a lot of thermaling today. It's quite exciting. It's really shaking and you have to be really in control. The takeoffs are still a bit tricky. I always have to have several attempts, which I don't like, but it is what it is. Practice makes perfect, I think. And coming down is also tricky for me. I'm always still really high in the sky, and then it's like, okay, prepare for landing, and I'm like not coming down, and I'm coming down a little bit, and then I hit the thermal again, I go up again. So there's a maneuver which is called big ears, where you like I don't know, like the outer part of the wing, you fold it with your lines, so the surface of the glider becomes smaller and you lose more height, and I had to use it quite some time to get to the ground. But all in all, we're making progress, so that's the most important thing, and we're enjoying it with a little bit of adrenaline still. No, a lot of adrenaline.
There's always a lot of dragging gear around, unless if you manage to do this.
So Benjamin's doing a top landing. That means he lands in the same spot as where he left.
Most days left us dead tired, but sometimes we squeezed in a sunset or a closing drink with our fellow trainees.
Over.
The learning struggle is real. Too much wind and I'm all over the place. Too little and the glider just collapses. Or there's no lift and this happens.
Oh, no. Stop.
Wait. Repeat. Comforting. Seeing both Benjamin and Andre end up in the bush and I still had to take off.
Light break. Whoa, good chance.
My takeoff was a close call, but I made it. With conditions less than ideal, no one else was flying, but we had to clock flights for training purposes. Once I was up there, all by myself, it was actually fantastic.
Day 6 of the training. Sorry to disappoint you, but all the footage will be of para-waiting instead of paragliding, because we're making progress, but not yet that pro that I dare to take out my phone or camera during a flight. Today all the flights have been very short. There isn't a lot of thermaling, so we're not taking lots of lift. So that means we're going down. We're flying from the Map of Africa, is the name of the site. It's 150 meters and we fly down to the beach.
Also at other locations we keep logging flights, short ones and longer ones, depending on the weather conditions, until...
You are looking at 2 pilots now. We are now officially paragliding pilots, but not entirely because we still have to do our theoretical exam, but we have the number of flights required. So today it's flying for fun only, but we're waiting for the drizzling to stop and to have a bit more wind. How do you feel about flying alone?
Super comfortable.
Same for me. Yes, I can do it all by myself right now. No assistance needed. Eventually we couldn't fly yesterday, the wind didn't pick up anymore. So today's a new day, looks bright and sunny. Wind sack is moving a little bit already, so it looks better today. Just landed here on the beach. We flew from there. It was quite congested, sometimes a little bit scary when you see another glider just passing just beneath your feet. But it was a good flight. We actually are flying in a different site than where we were this morning. Wind wasn't picking up there and not from the right direction. So we changed to the Map of Africa site again. Which I actually really like. It's gorgeous flying here. You see mountains in the back if it's clear, and you see the sea down below, but everybody's flying on this little ridge, so it's very busy. The course had been so busy, or our days at least were very busy during the course, that we didn't even had time to enjoy the communal pool of our guest house. So let's check it out. Today is moving in day. We leave our studio and we move back into our tiny home on wheels. Back to overlanding life, back to living in 3 square meters. Yes, that's it. We left wilderness and the coast today and we have less than 1 week to reach Capetown to pick up my family who's visiting. Instead of following the coast, this time we will follow a more inland route, starting with the Swartberg Pass. We were gonna camp here on the pass somewhere, wild camping, but there's too much wind, so we're pushing through.
Push it, push it,
Push it, push it, push it.
push it really
Here's the proof it really was windy, especially if you understand Flemish and caught Benjamin admitting he had to pee but didn't dare.
We found a wild camp spot at the bottom of the Swartberg Pass. Still super windy, but it's very beautiful, so we'll go for it. We'll probably sleep in our emergency bed, which is just inside the car without opening the pop-up roof, because the wind, it's with gusts and it's coming from everywhere, so we cannot really park into the wind. It's mainly this tent that makes a lot of noise.
The Swartberg Pass brings us to Prince Albert, from where we loop back through the R407 and the N12, which leads us through the Meiringspoort, another scenic drive with a refreshing road stop. At the Rust, we leave the tar of the N12 behind and follow back roads to Kalidsdorp, where we break up the journey at Matjiesvlei Guest farm.
We have arrived at our campsite for the night. We first had to go to the reception, which was just some kind of farmhouse, and there the owner explained how to get to the campsite. We're following tractor tracks and we will have to cross a river and then we will end up somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Ta-da! We're here.
The next day, we continue the trip west following the R62, clocking kilometers with an occasional stop.
The R62 is beautiful, but not that much happening. So it's all about good marketing if you want to get customers to your bar or shop. And this man mastered it.
Nice decoration. And before we knew it, Stellenbosch was on our doorstep again. Next episode, my family joins us in Capetown. 10 beautiful days together. Active and less active. There's some quality time with Tony after they leave, but not for long. More family is on the way. Time flies when you're having fun. Before we know it, it's farewell to South Africa.